Hello, hello, hello. It is time. It is the day. The moment has arrived. Well, sort of. Hasn't quite arrived yet. But it will soon enough. It is patch day 7.11 is out, which has released through unto the world. I've been spending the day watching teams prog and doing what I can to memorize their strats and such so we can take that info into prog when my group starts up. Definitely looking forward to Ultimate Prog. This is the first time I'm going to be progging an Ultimate on content, so I'm expecting it to be just a lot of fun in general. But before we get to that, we got some chores to do. We got some weeklies to take care of. I've taken care of a couple of them already. But haven't done all of the roulettes yet, so we'll start with that. I gotta do the new the 24-man, upgrade my piece of gear and everything. And then I think I will fate grind until it's time to start, because there's nothing else for me to really do until raid kicks off. And unfortunately, a raid isn't going to kick off for another 5 hours, so yeah, as expected, this is going to be a very long stream. It's going to be a long day in general for me, because I've been up since oh man, when did I get up? I got up around midnight-ish, because Missy woke me up. Went back to sleep for a little bit. Woke up around 5, and I've been up ever since. So we're gonna wait for the first set of ads to go by, and then I'm gonna go ahead and start queuing up for roulettes. Watching the prog, it's been really interesting. The fight looks really fun. Very interested in a couple things. I know Phase 1 is Fatebreaker, or Thanjeet, as he was known when his raid was relevant. Phase 2 is Shiva. Phase 3 is apparently Gaia. We don't know how many phases there are in the fight yet. My assumption is that there will be at least 5. I'm going to say at least 5. And one of those is going to be Gaia and Reen doing the fusion dance. So we'll see how that goes. Light Rampant. The funny thing that happened when I was watching prog was... Oh, shit. It was watching them do Light Rampant, watching the groups do it, and every time I saw them do it, I kept thinking the pattern looked familiar, because what happens with Light Rampant is similar to the OG Light Rampant, players get tethered together and you have to form a specific pattern in order to resolve towers and tethers without everything exploding. Well, in the original, there were four players that were tethered together. In the new Light Rampant, there are 6 players that are tethered together, and you have to form them into a star pattern in order to get it right. So I was watching them form this star pattern, and I kept thinking to myself that it looked really familiar. I just could not place it for a while, and then suddenly it hit me. The star pattern that they form is the same star pattern used in Yu-Gi-Oh! For the Seal of Orichalcos. So, with that in mind, my new headcanon is that we're not just defeating Irene and Gaia, we are sending them to the Shadow Realm. Similar to where everybody watching ads is about to go with this ad when this ad break starts up. As soon as this ad break finishes, though, that's when we'll start queuing up for stuff. Start doing some roulettes. I gotta do Mass Carnival still, actually. Now that I think about it. I'll do it later, but I may as well go ahead and just hang out in this area until it is time for blue mage things. One thing that really has me interested in this ultimate was watching all of these mechanics go on and noticing how few of them actually followed normal set patterns. Like, most mechanics in EXs and Savage are role-based or can be done with light parties, where it'll be, you know, a mechanic that always goes on healers. Well, we can already split into light parties and resolve the mechanic that way. It's easy. But a lot of these mechanics are a lot more randomized, which is always fun to see. And it's not even just the mechanics themselves are randomized who has to resolve what. The mechanics themselves get a little more randomized because, like, for instance, excuse me. For instance, you can Fatebreaker has its tether mechanic, where 4 tethers go out onto 4 random people, and they can either be fire tethers or lightning tethers. If this were, say, a Savage fight or an EX fight, then it would probably be, you know, 2 of each type of tether. You know, 2 lightning, 2 fire. But here, they've got it where it can be any combination. It could be 2 and 2, it could be 3 and 1, it could be all of one and none of another. It's really neat. I like it when they do mechanics like that. Oh, that's DPS need for Alliance. I'm going on that. Hell yeah. Never miss an opportunity for DPS in need on Alliance Raid. Hopefully it'll save me some time and give me the new 24-man, Juno, so that I don't have to queue for it later, and I can just go right into grinding some fates. You know, I told a couple of my friends that I was doing that, and predictably, a lot of them said I was insane. But it really is a pretty chill, simple and chill grind when you stop to consider everything. Because, like I said, it's just 1,000 gemstones a day. And that gets you 10 tickets a day. About a month and a half later, congratulations, you've got the mount. And you very likely didn't burn yourself out getting it. And that's really the key, because I could totally see myself doing way more than just getting enough for 10 tickets. It would not be at all difficult. But I worry that forcing myself to do that will make me burn myself out and I won't actually finish it. And that's not the goal. The goal is to actually successfully get both of the Fate mounts, starting with the Sugar Glider. Okay, let me think. Was there anything that I could run around and do that I haven't already done? I did my Beast Tribe already. And I finally even got the minions that I was missing from the older Beast Tribes, the Wind-Up Redback and the Wind-Up Galiana. So I now have 415 of these things. Although, realistically, the only one that actually matters in my collection is the Starbird. I am actually rather proud that I got the Starbird, because it is the only minion that drops from a dungeon that I specifically farmed. Like, I've picked up minions here and there that are dropped from dungeons, but most of the time, I get them just from pure happenstance. You know, I queue up for the dungeon, it drops in the dungeon, I happen to win it. I don't specifically farm for it. The Starbird was the first one, and so far the only one, that I specifically went out of my way to farm. And I got it. Didn't actually take me that long. I got really lucky with it. I think I got it I think I saw it 3 times, 3 times, something like that. And I got it on the last time that I saw it. Labyrinth of the Ancients. I don't suppose this happens to be in my thing, is it? Nope. Heaven's Ward and Shadowbringers. Alexander Midas, 5th to 8th circles, M1 or M2. Well, I'll probably get that in normal raid. That I can solo, that I can solo. That I could probably solo if I was good. Ditto for Hades. I don't think I can solo that. Well, hang on. What did I do? No, I don't think I'd be able to solo that. Rival. Why is this even here? Square. Come on. Seriously, why is that actually there? Like, legitimately wondering how the hell this isn't programmed to not show up. Hey, for those of you that don't know, Rival Wings is disabled. Okay, they disabled it. They stopped people from being able to queue. because they made a bunch of changes to PvP and they wanted to do some balance adjustments in PvP and also make some adjustments to rival wings before re-enabling the game mode. So right now it is impossible to queue for rival wings. This Wondrous Tales has literally given me a task that I cannot do. And I am fairly reasonably annoyed that it's even here. That it even has a chance of showing up. I'm not even gonna have to attack much, am I? Right, this is level 50 Viper, where literally all I have are my 2-3 hit combos and Writhing Snap. And nothing else. Well, technically I also have my AoEs, but you get the point. Like, I've got my 2 single target combos, I've got my 2 AoE combos, and I have Writhing Snap. And that is all. Okay, let's see if they do this the OG way or if they do it the new way that people insist is the correct way. Spoiler alert, it's not. There is no correct way of doing it. Let's see. No, yeah, it looks like he is gonna try and pull it north. Yeah, there it goes. Okay, so this is, this right here is something that people brought over from, it was a result of, data center travel, is how this came about. Originally, and for as long as I can remember, since the days of Heaven's Ward, the days when they first put Alliance Roulette into the game, people on Aether have always had the undead dragon in the middle of the arena. They always just kept him in the middle. At some point, when data center travel opened up, that fucking single target Doton Ninja, you suck! Anyway, at some point after data center travel opened up, I'm told this is caused by people from Primal, because it's something that people on Primal data center do. I can neither confirm nor deny, I don't actually know that many people on Primal. But it happened sometime after data center travel opened up. People started pulling it north. And eventually it caught on. And so now the normal thing to do is to pull it north. This is really funny to me because newer people in the game have gotten so used to newer people coming in and pulling it north that anytime a older player comes in and keeps it in the middle, people get angry and start yelling at them to pull it north, insisting that if you don't do that, then you will die, because the skeletons will all run into the dragon and explode. And while it is true that if you keep them in the middle, then yes, the skeletons are going to run into the dragon and they're going to explode and people are going to take a lot of damage. Damage that you can't shield because it goes through shields. It's one of the few bits of damage in the game that do that. Ninja, you suck and I hate you so much. Anyway. However, it is entirely possible and quite easy, actually, to survive the damage just by healing. That's it. That's all you gotta do. You just heal. You cast a couple of AoE heals and you're fine. Ninja is bragging about how we killed our Tomos first. I am very, very tempted to come back with, yeah, I'm surprised we managed it in spite of your single target Doton. But I know that's just gonna start a whole thing that I don't want to mess with, so I'm just gonna leave that alone. YouTube chat keeps disconnecting me for some reason. It's really weird. I don't know what's going on with that. But circling back around to the whole Bone Dragon North thing, it's slowly, as I said, become the new normal to pull the dragon north and somehow incorrect to leave the dragon in the middle. I know a couple of people that will just leave the dragon in the middle. Spoiler alert, I'm one of them. If I happen to be tanking and this thing comes up, I will just leave him in the middle. And then healers, some of the healers will start crying about how they can't heal through the damage, and then I will correct them and say that they're wrong, because they are. I know they are. I've done it. Anybody that says you can't heal through that damage is just bad at the game. And it's just very interesting to me how quickly, well, relatively quickly, I guess I should say, that general strategy has become completely different from what it used to be. Because again, I remember the days of Heavensward, I remember the days of Stormblood. I never did that. No group ever did that in Labyrinth. We always just put it in the middle and healed through the explosions. And it wasn't until data center travel opened up that changed. We got a random extra demon over here. Can we please take care of that? Thank you. I'm just gonna turn on Bloodbath. We do still need to kill that. There we go. And of course the ninja with the single target Doton is someone from Midgardsormr. I don't actually have anything against people from Midgardsormr, I just hear bad things about them. I don't know how true they are. It's mostly regarding the hunt community. Which, the hunt community is its own breed of nonsense in general, so... Probably, his single target Doton probably has nothing at all to do with him being on Midgardsormr. I just like pointing that out because it's funny. Okay, let's see if I can fuck with people here. Probably not because we're killing it too fast. Yeah, we killed it too fast. Damn. As far as what I was trying to do there, the meteor that I placed would not have saved anyone from, or the comet that I placed, the rock, would not have saved anyone from Ecliptic Meteor. Anyone standing behind the rock that I placed would have died. I think this is another thing that started after data center travel opened up, pulling Phlegathon south like this. At least I don't remember seeing it prior to data center travel being a thing. The bongos of danger, mechanics are happening. All hail the bongos of danger. We can totally kill him. Yeah. It's easy. Easy. Easy.